Now the back of this car needs to make a statement. The owner of it is a little crazier than I am, and apparently he knows a guy who just so happens to be able to get jet engine parts.
Wait, what?
There's a guy for everything. So we spoke about it, and we agreed that we needed to get some jet engine parts down here. After a couple days, well, some jet engine parts showed up, and Dre got right into tearing it down. All right, hang on. Time for a quick disclaimer. 1, I don't know anything about planes. 2, I have zero clue where this engine came from. 3, I'm not even sure if I'm referring to these parts by the right name. So bear with me if I refer to everything as a turbine going forward, all right? Okay, back to it. This part will be known as the shroud. It'll cover the turbine and be the home to the radiator. For this part, I had a local shop roll some diamond plate to my dimensions. I don't own a slip roll, and since I wanted the pattern to be on the inside, I figured it's probably best to just let someone with the right equipment jump in, and I am glad I made that call. I make a template so I can lay out where to make the cuts on the shroud, and then it's go time. Okay, so before I can continue, I have to get the turbine mounted. Here's the idea I came up with. I picked up a hub kit for a trailer. It came complete with bearings and an axle and everything else. So what I'm going to simply do is make an adapter to mount the turbine to the hub. When it's all done, it'll be a big free spinning piece for people to mess around with. It's going to be a giant, sharp, dangerous fidget spinner. Yeah, let's get to it. Now, if you've been paying attention, you know what's next. Fusion 360 and Canvas feature. Fusion 360, Canvas feature. That was definitely a nut. I'm really happy with how this is coming out. There's a little more that needs to be completed, but that'll happen towards the end of the build. As you can see, the radiator fits pretty nice and it looks right at home. Now, before you ask why we didn't motorize the turbine, we might, so don't worry. Next up is the chassis/body adapter plate. This is a pretty critical part. It'll join the jet canopy and the custom chassis that I fabricated. This part is a bit too large for my CNC, so I had to have a local water jet service cut it out a 1/2-inch thick steel. The decision was made to have the water jet company do a plywood mock-up. This way I can make my adjustments, and once I was satisfied, I can transfer any changes to Fusion and send out a revised file for cutting. Well, there she is. We prepped it for paint and got the back primed and painted, and then on she went. I'll paint the front after. Oh, look at that. All right, let's check this off the list. I like how it came out. I think we're ready to move on. Hey, make sure you hit those magic buttons, okay? Let's keep some more content coming your way.